Welcome everyone. The next step that we're gonna do right now, which will allow us to try a marble to run through this for the first thing ever, is step 3, the heat shrink. There, heat shrink went bright white in the to-do list. Well, so we have a pretty good table, and here's the heat shrink. And the first thing I want to show you, that's marble on metal. Now I add a heat shrink, much less. This is the key to understanding the heat shrink. So if you see the round rings, they are marbles. These blue parts here is these metal parts. The marbles are riding on the heat shrink. So the good thing with this heat shrink is that I can add it and I can remove it and kind of retry. So I think what I should do is that I should try one section, just one heat shrink, and then measure it and then see where we are. We have all the axles out of the gate and we're ready to start with the heat shrink. So here is going to be one of the nicest parts of this design is that between this and this tab we're gonna have silicone tube, and then on the inside we're gonna have heat shrink. So I'm thinking of starting right here. This is designed to go over. Oh, that's nice. That's perfect. So let me cut a part that is a little bit shorter. I have a step there, so it has to stop there. So when the marble goes off the heat shrink and onto the metal, I don't want it to make a big step. I have to fold the heat shrink inside this tab there. So we were at 4. Wait, 635.
Wow.
This is so fun to see in real life, having like stared my eyes out in CAD on this heat shrink and how much thickness it would add and stuff like that.
Woo!
Beautiful!
Music!
It rolls perfectly, but it cannot escape absolutely anywhere. It's perfectly locked in. But now I want to try the top row, because that's, look, if you see the top row, the marble's only being held by 3 lines. This doesn't look right to me at all. That's why I think this is going to be a silicone tube.
But I got a suggestion from Clipschnitzel that you can make a little heat shield from aluminium foil later when you're gonna, so you don't warm everything, I guess.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Ooh, this is a little Oh yeah, now the marble is trapped. I don't know up here. It feels like we need a much tighter tolerance for the marble up there. Okay, so now we have this on. Okay, this looks pretty epic. There you can see the marble. Okay, so this seems to work. Oh, I can just put another layer of heat shrink, right? Now I'm having a little bit of a... Oh, maybe the thing is a little bit bent outwards. If that's it, we're home and dry. Yes, it's bent outwards. This thing is not completely parallel. It's a little bit up like this, which means it opens up towards the end, which means I can, with good conscience, close the fit a little bit. Now it's parallel, and then I'm happy with the marble capture. Then the marble capture is spot on. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heat shrinks. This is starting to feel more and more real now, Hannes, when we're on this step. So what I'm doing now is that I'm adding 3 more silicone tubes for the front side. And then I'm gonna check the marble fit. And then I'm done with half of this project. And then I'm gonna keep on up here. Pushing this silicone tube on here, it slides on pretty well actually. Ooh, it's absolutely perfect. Hannes.
Yes?
I run into an issue. It's a little too tight here, so I think I'm actually going to use a heat shrink here on the second one. I actually, to not disturb the poetry reading, I went ahead to step 4 actually. So this is the design of the foot. So it has these 2 ears, and these 2 ears lands perfectly on this silicone tube here. And the silicone tube is mechanically held. So no glue, nothing between these 2 tabs. It's just put in place like this, and it's held by itself. The reason I love this design so much is that where these marble droppers are hitting in, the tube is hollow. So it really muffles the sound with tube. Oh, this looks so good. So let's go back to the front side here. I'm going to use heat shrink instead of silicone tube for 2 parts, because that was too tight with the silicone tube. So this is a design that I will not repeat. Okay, so I'm completely done with the whole part down here. No, I'm gonna finish these silicone tubes on the back side. So I'm adding the last tube on the back side. So that's all good, that looks great. I'm gonna race to begin on the upper half. So...
But I hate to be a party pooper though, I need to leave.
So I'm gonna show you this trick now for how to make a nice heat shrink in the corner. Now you can see that it's all bubbles and stuff there. The trick is to make the heat shrink a little hot and then pull it. Now I'm pulling. Ah, yes. You hardly see the heat shrink. I'm not going to be able to film. It's like inside the gate. You can take my word for it. The inner radius is clean. It's there. So I don't know if you see in the stream. Yeah, you see. Here we can enter, but the next one is going to be really, really difficult. So silent when Hannes 2000 is gone. There. Okay. We've taken yet another great step towards the completion of this. We've started actually... Oh yeah, we're gonna celebrate by going, if you look in this corner of the screen, we are at step 4. I can't get heat shrink into everywhere. I don't think at all it's going to be an issue. This is only a sound thing. It won't affect the marble, so I will find a workaround for that. And we're good on our way. Just say huge thanks to everyone on the stream. It's been awesome to have your company today. And I don't know if you felt it too, but when Hannes 2000 is gone, it's just not the same, right? So see you tomorrow for more marble tests. We're getting closer. Thanks so much everyone for tuning in. Have a wonderful day and see you on the next one.